All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. It's season 5. Is episode 2? I don't know. I don't know. We're doing a lot of guests in the cave this week for season 5. So next up is Paul Chabot.
Sorry, guys, we're back.
6-timer. Michael Murray's like, damn, it's so close. 6-timer here in the cave, and I'm excited for season 5. We're gonna throw all kinds of stuff at you, new stuff, old stuff we've covered, but renewed for season 5. They came through with the hedge fund money,
exactly,
and so
to cover all the talent that shows up in this.
Exactly. So we are good. We were going to start this episode like an hour ago.
Yeah, we may have gotten off track.
But there's, for those of you who don't know, which is everybody, there's these huge speakers back here that have been collecting dust. They're monster speakers.
They're about this high, I can see them.
And they weigh like 80 pounds each.
They're pretty impressive.
Anyway, I was giving up on hooking them up because it's just a lot of... it's boring. It's just a lot of feedback stuff, noise stuff. But Paul's like, we're going to do this. We're going to raise the Titanic.
We're going to fix it.
And so we've been tinkering around, going through my box of cables over there. Everyone's got a box of cables, right? And Paul had the pleasure of having to see that. And we got some stuff working. We're getting there.
Super loud and it's awesome, and never going to be able to play it on a normal day. We're going to do all this work, and this is going to be about it.
And we'll be like, why though? That's what you said to me after we did that for 40 minutes. You're like, so Mark, let me get a picture of what this looks like. Are you actually going to come down here and put on a record?
There's not even a chair down here, people. These are just stand here and listen to this music.
That's fair. It's fair. So they're probably going to end up in his office or something, but someone else is going to have to move them because they're monsterly heavy. But anyway, so we've been having fun. Yes, we are. So we've been talking, and I said, well, what do you want to do for topics? And you came up with a couple, and we're going to cover one of those with this one.
Yes.
And it's a band that I am not familiar with, so this is kind of like a Wanderlust. Winner. Yeah, Wanderlust. Technically Octane, even though this may not air on a Friday. So tell me about who you were talking about.
Well, I texted you a while on this one. You blew me off for I don't even know how long. We can go back and look at the text. But
to be fair,
you blew me off.
As you know, I'm reluctant to listen to embrace new music.
I just want you to listen to it. I want you to embrace it.
I'd finally listen to it. And you were right about Jerry Cinnamon.
Yes, I was very... Okay, we're switching topics already.
Okay,
this is the third topic already.
All right.
Speakers, Sarah Joseph, and now Airbourne, right?
All right?
So the band is Airbourne, and you asked me, how did you get this song? I don't even know. I think it just showed up on a Spotify. But I was listening to it in the car or whatever, just showed up, and I was like, man, this is a banger of a song. Like, it's a simple hard rock tune, and I'm like, this is fantastic, Mark. Listen to it. Crickets. Weeks and weeks go by. Dude, you listen to that song yet? Oh, I'm gonna get to it.
This is all accurate.
And then I don't know when it was. So all of a sudden, later, I get, dude, it's a banger. I'm like, I know.
See, I mean, it's
a good
tune. It took some time.
Basically, what I said was, if you're out running or you're on a bike or just driving extremely fast, you're gonna do all that faster when you play this song. It's just a nice hard rock, peppy kind of thing. But there's a backstory to it. These guys are from
Australia, the land down under.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Vegemite. I was wondering why that was.
A Vegemite sandwich.
Nice.
The actual fact is, it was not Alfred. It
just happens to be there.
That's where the Vegemite
Everything
lives.
is ready to go.
Yes, right.
All right. Who else is from Australia? Who else?
I mean, there's lots of people from Australia.
Okay. What other bands are important from
Olivia
Australia?
Newton-John.
Okay. Any others?
Men at Work.
Hard rock band. We thought this was gonna be a quick episode, folks. AC/DC, exactly. I bring that up because when you listen to this band, they are just like AC/DC from the sense of... Wait. From the sense... You let me finish. From the sense of, they're like maybe a few chords, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Simple drumming, get you going. Basically, it's one of the songs... You can learn this song in about 20 minutes if you're, musically inclined when you play as a cover band kind of a thing. I'm not trying to downplay it. It's a great tune, but it's simple. And in fact, one of their songs sounds like Thunderstruck, and another one of their songs.
Rock and Roll Ain't Noise
Rock and Roll
Pollution.
Nice.
Yeah, you started playing me a song, and I started singing that, and you're like, what is going on here? Because I just pulled that out of nowhere, and it kind of lined up. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
And in an interview, they said, to be fair, all bands are going to be compared to other bands. Right. And if you're from Australia and you're a hard rock band, you're going to be compared to AC/DC. But there's more than that. But to be fair. But then there's lots of bands that sound like AC/DC.
Yeah.
Crocus, we talked about that.
And we thought these guys sound like, so all three of them sounded like,
Yeah, and sometimes the band, what's the guy at the band that has the chainsaw?
Jackal?
Jackal. They've got a little bit of...
There's some Jackal in there? All right, I'll give you that.
Anyway, but these guys formed in 2001.
Which seems like yesterday.
Brothers Joel and Ryan O'Keefe on vocals and drums, respectively. It took them 6 years to put out their debut record. They were just doing what other bands do. They tour around, they play locally, and they put out an EP in 2004 that they would only sell at their shows.
Okay.
But they finally went to the United States to record a record, their debut record. And they got a producer, and they put out a record, the first one. Was the album called Running Wild, or is it called something else?
Running Wild, I believe, yes.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that one out.
And it went to number 30 in Australia, top 200 in the UK and the United States.
Respectable.
250,000 copies by 7 years later.
All right.
Second record, No Guts, No Glory. Top 20 in Australia, top 40 in the UK, top 5 in Germany. This is where we're getting key here. We're going to loop back around on songs.
Well, that's another 10 years later from following your notes. They formed in 10. Okay, so I got you 5 years later.
Yeah, correct.
All right. Germany.
Germany, key.
Germany.
2013, Black Dog Barking. Number 5 in Germany. That's where it charted.
All right.
Only in Germany.
They don't sing in German.
2016,
this is
Breaking
not
Out of Hell.
Rammstein
Number
here.
3 in Germany. They're moving
Holy
up
cow.
in Germany and not charting anywhere else. In 2019, Bone Shaker? Something?
Bone Shaker. All right.
Bone Shaker. Top 10 in Germany. The Germans love Airbourne, is what I'm trying to say here.
All right. And they don't sing in German. All right.
They don't. They toured with Kid Rock and Korn in 2007.
That sounds like a Family Values tour kind of a thing.
Yeah, maybe you even saw them.
Yeah, maybe.
They're on one of the other stages.
And they felt that they were influenced by AC/DC. Shocker. It's a funny interview comment.
Def Leppard. The usual suspects. Motorhead. That comes around again. Pantera, Priest, Maiden, and Metallica.
Right. Motorhead coming around again. So there's the video for the song of the day, Running Wild. If you get a chance to take a look at it, Lemmy, who would be the bassist and lead singer from Motorhead, is a star in that pretty funny music video driving a 18-wheeler truck.
Yes.
So an homage to Lemmy.
Yep.
At this point.
And the music, you put it on, and it's just, this is 2007, 2008, 2010, whatever it is. We were talking about this. It's heavy, hard rock that kicks butt. We don't know what other people were doing in those years because there was music like this wasn't being made except for Nickelback. We won't go there.
That's a whole other story.
But this is just really good stuff. To your point, if you really want some heavy kick-ass rock and roll that you haven't heard, that it's good stuff.
Right, and it's simple. It's not like heavy, like hey, I gotta put in my windows because no one wants to hear these lyrics or whatever. It's straightforward, good stuff.
Yeah.
There's also so we'll put 2 songs in there. As if I edited this stuff.
Yes, right.
The second song was actually part of the Cobra Kai videos or the series, Back in the Game. Mm-hmm. So when Johnny sort of starts dating again, the kid's mother or whatever, Back in the Game comes. So they had a little resurgence when the Netflix show Cobra Kai came out. So it was great.
Nice.
And I was telling Mark the story. So I've been falling in love with this tune for the past 3 months or something like that. And my daughter Ella, who's 13, she wanted to go see hockey games, so went to go see the Wolfpack. And, we're just watching the games, fine. They score. I'm like, okay, great. They played Running Wild as the song, right? So I start going crazy. So she's pretty embarrassed, right? I'm like, Running Wild. So then they scored 4 times in that game. And what they do is they just pause the song where it was at. So basically you heard the whole song because they play for quite some time after those 4 squares. So.
And you're the only one in the stadium that knew who it was. But people are obviously dancing to the song because they like it because they don't know who it is, but it's good rock and roll.
There's
no way people were like, Airbourne!
No, they weren't. Yeah. It wasn't like Food.
Right, yeah.
But there's like a hey, so like everyone's, the whole thing. You're right. Everybody can fall in love with it if they don't know what it is.
Is that like their song? They play it every time, every game they play?
I don't know. I don't go to that many Wolfpack games, but I know they guaranteed their slot for the playoffs with that. Maybe Airbourne helped.
All right.
So check it out. It's a good stuff. Put it on your workout playlist. Summer's coming, right? Drop the windows, crank it on the highway.
Right. So we got Running Wild.
Frank will do something crazy with this song, I guarantee.
Running Wild. What's the other song?
Back in the Game.
Back in the Game, yeah.
So
Running Wild and Back in the Game. That's what we're going to post below.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Right. And you're going to check it out. You're going to comment and tell us what you think.
Yeah.
And remember we were talking about doing like a 6-minute episode?
All right. So wait, 11. That's the shortest we've ever done.
That's true.
Mean, come on.
That's right.
And we talked about the speakers and some other stuff. We could have done 5 if you don't go on and on.
I do. Yeah.
Too much talking. YouTube joke for you out there. All 7 of you. Okay.
Check on. Do go on YouTube. A lot of these people out there. I do get comments on YouTube from all over the world and on old episodes. Someone will just randomly say something.
Germany. We're going to get tons of comments from Germany, maybe on Airbourne.
They're going to be like, dude, you guys are
crazy Americans with their Airbourne.
This is our band.
I'm not dissing them at all. I love them.
Udo Dirkschneider. That's German. That's
really
who I love.
That's singing
right.
German.
That's the second to Scorpions.
And now you're dissing Rammstein to me a little bit, which is that's a tough one.
Okay.
We've now gone to 13.
All right, we're going to wrap this up.
Thank you.
Airbourne on this Octane
Wanderlust
Wanderlust, not on a Friday, Wanderlust, Season 5,
right.
Whatever it is. Whatever you're doing today, hope it involves music. Thank you, Paul Chabot. Airbourne. Thanks, Paul. We're gonna
we'll do it again.
We are, yeah. You're gonna do a residency. There's gonna be a residency involved here, people. Enjoy it, and you're gonna take it out with me.
Sure.
All right.
As usual.
And as usual, we'll catch you on the flip side.